Welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D, a place in which we cover astrology, psychic updates, as well as the twin flame path. I do come to you live on Fridays, and if you do click the bell, you get the updates by zodiac sign and more. And very importantly, we do have new hubs opening early in 2022 and beyond. Galaxy Pub for information content, as well as the Age of Aquarius magazine. So without further ado, let's get into the update for your zodiac sign. And if you need to see me live, as I mentioned, live on Fridays. Hi Sagittarius, welcome back. We're here to do your read. All the information for bookings, etc. is at the end of the video, and we're going to get straight into this update. Now this is fluid, but it is very much moving from here through till November. This is really pivotal time for your zodiac, and there is a lot of changes coming in. You do need to really be prepared. You're going to need to pretty much be as grounded as humanly possible from here up until January 2022. But you are going to get great benefits through your zodiac sign, and we're going to channel the current energy and prepare you moving forward. You guys are in this reset phase, and it's very much on the internal coming through. You've got talking stick in reverse, and there can be really almost like you have had a lot going on, but feeling like something new is coming in, and that new energy is new energy, so to speak, and it's discovering your life purpose. And you may be leaving an old thing and starting a new thing, but really wondering what the last 2 years have been for your zodiac sign. The reason I say that is because we are having an eclipse in Sagittarius next month, so you'll already be feeling some of that, especially because Jupiter now has gone direct, which really links to your zodiac sign. Both of the crystals that you have is your crowning energy and relating to romance. I mean, this is a huge time really moving forward in your love life at the moment for your zodiac sign. And I feel you don't want anything half-baked. I'm just saying. Okay, nothing half-baked. You may be looking at all your previous connections, a connection in particular, where a current connection is point blank zero. Something in the connection is going to change, but it is also because something inside of you is changing, and it can make you feel anxious initially. You might be looking at the longitude, can't even say the word, the long point view of where things are going, where you stand in the mix, and it feels very personal. The two crystals you have are in reverse, but I feel it's because you're working on them, and we're going to read them in a minute. Now, the yellow can be to do with inner child, and the green is very heart-centered energy, which at the moment, yes, we have Mercury shadow direct. It is in the house of Libra, and we also have the sun in Libra, but there's a lot to do with brand new beginnings. Looking at our shadow and experiences, I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining bright before me. Now, if you do feel unmotivated and you are feeling, this can be with your work, with your love, these two areas, as we dive deep into your romance house and everything else that's coming through, these are more guidance systems for you, and I am going to pull extra information as we go, depending on where I see blockages coming up. So one is from a creative space and feeling motivated, creating healthy boundaries. If there's pressure happening around you, be it with love, I feel you're just stepping back and you're looking at things and you're going, maybe I'm not completely sure, and that's perfectly fine too. There are some patterns here, and especially at the moment, your zodiac sign does need to be careful about its health and well-being, especially moving into 2022. So again, this tension point, trying to do too much, feeling like you've been hitting your head against a wall and there's been no movement. That movement is set to come now. I am seeing the self-love, and that's why I said, this month really in your life, it's like you're in the driving seat. And I feel moving into November, you're very much going to be making some major decisions. I do feel at the moment, it's like you could be getting a bit triggered, be a single or couple. You could be getting a bit triggered and really wanting some personal space, wanting to you know, have a little bit of freedom to think and meditate upon what your personal needs are. And this doesn't have to be that if you're in a connection, it's going terribly. It's just a very personal time at the moment. Those of you on a twin flame path, I am seeing at the moment there's this reset, and I do feel it's almost like you're thinking of each other, but you're trying to find how you can have this autonomy inside of the connection. And there has been a lot that you have learned about connections over the last 2 years, and this new vibration can initially feel a little bit strange, but at the same time, it's, you know, you might be even critical towards yourself. Am I delaying the inevitable? Generally, that will only apply if you know something has to go. And I feel if you're unattracted to a situation, be it it's a job, a person, a place, a thing, I feel you'll be cutting it out. But if you really, really know these steps from the 18th moving forward is where we're directly going to implement them. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that, but I'm going to channel the energy as we go. Okay, what am I saying? Okay, I do see some feelings here. To a degree, I feel you're intentionally choosing to stay put for a second. This stay put for a second is probably until the full moon in Aries, but I do feel this tension point where you know you're having a new beginning, but at the same time, you're actually, it's like being in a car. Being in a car, slowing down, and you're watching the view to absorb it, so you can be very intentional with that process. I feel you're almost saying that you're really needing this selfhood and you need this autonomy inside of a connection. I also feel you're seeing your part in situations, but again, the requirement of being so many things to so many people. Sagittarius, you guys are almost coming through similar to Aries, you know, very driven, right? Very driven, but also knowing inside of love, you want to be consumed by it, but again, I'm hearing the term, you want some sense of autonomy. And I feel in the past, maybe you had attracted individuals into your life that maybe were a little bit controlling, that didn't understand your energy completely. And I do feel that directly is changing. I do feel if, for instance, you are in a karmic relationship, again, for those of you who it resonates, if you're in a situation and it's not boding well with you, I do feel you're wanting to walk away, and I do feel you're almost giving the icy cold treatment to an individual. But there is something you're leaving behind because it doesn't resonate with you anymore. I also feel if there was a cycle relating to tribe, that's changing too. Especially if there was manipulation inside the third party energy. Again, I'm feeling this strictness. It's almost like you could be quite cross at yourself, cross at scenarios and people around you. There could also be a falling out that you previously had with an individual, and this can be a group. It doesn't have to be one particular individual. This person is actually coming up in your mind's eye. Like, there may be communication with them, but there is going to be some sense of dissolve, and the dissolve feels as though it's cutting through the thick of the situation. It's really becoming quite transparent. Yeah, you got as the outcome no nonsense. It's like you really want the real deal. You're not going to take no ifs and buts. I do feel you've seen enough. And I feel with this seeing enough, you're going to be very direct in your approach, especially relating to it. I'm also seeing that if you've been very frustrated and you felt things aren't moving, I do think you're going to vocalise it, but you do need to be quite careful of how you relate to that and how you deal with it. Especially depending on what you wish the outcome to be. That's what I'm hearing. Whatever you wish. If you've really had a gutful and for you really have no attachment to what the outcome's going to be regardless, and you feel it necessary to communicate in such a way, I feel that's where you've reached the closure, but it is a closing of a cycle and a beginning of a new one. There is someone around you at the moment that is trying to control you a little bit, and it's driving you a little bit crazy. Now, this can be the circumstances in your life, but for some of you, I do feel this is a person. I'm I'm hearing the term, you know where you're going, but you also know that the changing of the direction, the course correction I'm hearing is going to get a little bit messy. But you have reached closure on that and you're okay with that. So, you know, the old saying, it's always darkest before the dawn. I think it'll happen very quickly, though. I don't think it's going to be like a huge drawn-out situation. I think it's majorly making a decision. This is coming up in a few areas of your life, but it is very personal towards you. I feel communication coming in. Yeah, you're seeing beyond the veil. So the clarifier to do with the investigating, I'm seeing, as I'm channeling this, I'm seeing you, mate, it's almost like you've been in a circumstance long enough and you do directly know where you're going, what you want to do. You don't necessarily know the logistics of everything, but that's what's concerning you. But regardless of the concern, I still see you making the decision nevertheless. With the crystal, like I said, it's saying the same thing as investigate. You've investigated it. You've seen all you need to know. You're taking direct steps. You're doing your best. Regardless, you're trying to get back on what you feel is your spiritual path and what's destiny for you. There is some sense to a degree you feel the control is out of your hand. And I'm going to pull a clarifier on that because your outcome cards are really good, but it feels like there is going to be something that comes up this week that may be a little bit challenging. Now, that may be moving into the eclipse. Regardless, they're saying there is going to be a bump in the road. That bump in the road isn't permanent, but it may be a delay of some description. Let's pull a crystal on Alchemist. I do think this is relating to a workplace, a contract. And again, I just keep seeing signing. So I feel the signing is to do with a commitment as per se. And I feel regardless if you stay calm, it's pausing to protect you. But it's asking you to take stock before you make that adjustment. Understanding the underlying cause of challenges in relationships. Balance and mind of emotions, good connections with supportive friends and family. I feel if somebody's been trying to prevent you from moving in your destiny, or you directly had been feeling it was inappropriate to do such, really balance the solar plexus and sacral chakra out. Regardless, I feel this is an individual, yet again. This individual, regardless, I don't feel it's going to be a problem, but you do need to be careful near the full moon in Aries. But I do feel it's closing out. It's the person's last-ditch effort to maybe block you. It can be on a 3D level. Something is blocking you. But regardless, I feel you're seeing the true colours of a situation, but you're also going to be very transparent. This can be earnest and honest with direct areas in your life. Now, I'm going to pull one for Twin Flame, one for Karmic, and one for employment. Okay, a bit too many. We'll go again. Karmic connection, please. And for employment. Okay, some of you are actually both with wherever you're at, it's a step back to move forward. How you apply your energy to it is going to be crucial. I do feel with this twin flame connection, you may have had a circumstance, like I mentioned, that physically was out of your control, where you do have a situation that is complicated. I feel you're closing that cycle out because you're purging it, okay? So the Alchemist in reverse is more to do with the fact that when we're blocked, it means we're really reaching that closure. And I feel as we do such, as we move towards the eclipse, this is where there's going to be change. This even can be with Mercury going direct with the Judgment card. So I really feel from the 18th onwards through to the end, this is really pulling this in and ushering it. For those that are dealing with a karmic situation, I feel the closure yet again is doing the same thing. And it's also helping you reach closure with circumstances. It's helping you reach an understanding that, you know, you're not second guessing it. She loves me not. He loves me not. It's more to do with the fact by sitting with it and seeing the truth is helping you actually reach closure. And I do feel this is really where you're becoming very direct in what you want and you're seeing what you do and don't love. And it's that heart-centered energy that is clearing through the heart chakra. Okay, those of you dealing with a conflict in employment, I'm feeling it's about balancing your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. I do feel this is a transparent conversation. This is also whether you feel this resonates with you, your place of employment, your work, and what you're doing. Yet again, I do feel if you can stay quite fluid through this, I do see major changes really moving into, oh gosh, I'd say November most definitely. And then yet again, a huge change happening come January. The courage at the moment and the motivation, it can be you feel really burnt out. So we do need to be cautious about how we're communicating, owning our power, also understanding some things can be out of our control. But when you let go and you're just very transparent, and again, I feel this is an honest, earnest conversation. I feel, you know, be open to it and just articulate how this situation is going forward for you. I do feel these infinite possibilities will come towards you, but it does require transparency. Now, we are going to go into the extension and dig deeper into this romantic connection and see on the outskirts what the deal is and how this is going to flow for you. I do feel this is a very important month for you, Sagittarius. Please do stay grounded and know the best is yet to come. If you want to come join our super chats, we're live on Fridays and you can ask me any question on any subject. Otherwise, I'll see you during the week. The link for the Members Hub is directly below. We also do have additional videos coming. Galaxy Pub is launching early 2022. Anything spiritual, the subjects covered on that channel. Very separately, we have the Age of Aquarius. Now, you can go onto the website, the VIP list is there, and when it's ready to launch, I will give you those updates. Bookings online and webinars as well. Live every Friday at 10 a.m. on the main platform, and 3 sessions a month at $11 in the Twin Flame Hub. Do keep an eye on the community tab because I am automating posts and giving you updates for the moon energies by zodiac sign. Love and light. I will see you throughout the week, both live and for your zodiacs. Take very good care, and I'll see you on the other side.